I've always felt like it was hard to make videos about my life, despite all of the festivals and shows and travel and all of the fun stuff that I've done. It's always felt difficult to just make videos about my life. For the most part, I haven't really had any goal outside of school. School's the only thing that I've really been working on as long as I can remember up until a couple months ago. And yes, I've had businesses and projects and things like that running all of the time. Literally, since the day I started college, I've had a business or a project of some sort to work on, but it was never the focal point of what I was doing because it really couldn't be. I'm not the kind of person that could focus on school and focus on my business at the same time, and dropping out of school wasn't really an option for me. So there we have it. Really, having all these businesses and these projects was just something to keep me sane while I was going through school and doing all of those things that I had to do. But either way, I digress. That's not what this video is about. The point is that setting new goals and having new missions to accomplish is exciting as fuck, and it's going to make content creation so much easier. So we've concluded that I need a mission, I need a goal, and luckily, we've come up with my priorities in the last video. While I was in Mexico, right, I came up with my three big priorities: talk time, extra effort, and Persian money, right? My marketing business, this YouTube channel, and the book that I'm writing, and my DJing. Those are my three priorities. So we're going to build three missions around those three priorities. And that's going to be what this channel is about. And that's going to be what these goals are. Let's do it. Three goals by 33 years, little less than 3 years to get there. I think that'll be great. And I've tried to pick goals that are realistically hittable within that 3 year mark, based on where I am right now. Okay, so for priority number one, Talk Time Pros, my marketing company. Marketing and media is what we do. We're building a studio right now. I help with marketing systems. We build funnels, we do content, we build all the systems to make sure those things are sustainable. That's great. Now, when it comes to building a goal for Talk Time, I didn't want to go with a revenue goal because I want to focus on helping other people and helping other business owners and creators rather than just helping myself. So I feel like the goal needs to be oriented in that direction. With that said, I think this is a fun one to do. I want to have 30 concurrent clients, meaning 30 clients that I'm working with all at once. I think that's going to stretch me to become a better salesperson, to become a better marketer, to become a better leader, to find better ways to serve my clients, to build better packages, better plans, better pricing. Like, everything has to get better if I want to reach that goal. So that feels like a really solid goal for me and for everyone else that I'll be working with. It's not just focused on me. That was the whole point of that goal. I didn't want it to be something that was only going to benefit me. And by framing it as I want to work with 30 clients, I think that helps me look at it as you need to help 30 people to get to your goal. So that's goal number one. And priority number two, extra effort. That includes this YouTube channel, that includes the book that I'm writing, really all of the personal brand kind of stuff that I'm doing with my life. All of that falls under this extra effort umbrella. Now, obviously, everything I do with extra effort is going to spill over and help Talk Time, and that's the reason I do it, right? It's intentional. I'm intending on making these things kind of cohesive and work together, because why wouldn't you? So, in order to come up with a goal that focuses directly on extra effort, I want to release my book and have 3,000 copies of that book sell in the first week. Now, why 3,000 copies outside of the fact that we're going with this whole threes thing, three goals by 30, 30 clients? It kind of fits. It makes you eligible for a Wall Street Journal bestseller. So that's the goal right there. I think that would be incredible. I think that would be super fun. That's a cool goal to set my sights on. It's a cool thing to go look up and pay attention to and see what other people are doing that. Go see what I can learn from them and how they got their 3,000 book sales. And 3,000 book sales doesn't sound like a lot, but it does feel like a lot, especially considering, like, I don't really know. Do people buy books anymore? Is that a thing? I buy books. Does anyone else buy books? Now, in order to get there, this YouTube channel, my personal Instagram page, my Talk Time Instagram page, my Persian Money, and anything that's related to me needs a ton of work if I'm going to get to that goal in this 2.5 year time period, including the fact that I still have to finish the book. That still has to happen. So there's a lot of progress to be made on that one, but it is making some headway already. We're already making these videos. The book is already 8,000 or 9,000 words in, roughly 8,500, 8,600 words in. My mentor seems to like the book so far. I'm going to start working with an editor here soon. So the ball is rolling there, but there's still a ton of work to do in that space. And last but surely not least, priority number 3, Persian Money, my DJing career, my production and musician's career. Music has always been a huge part of my life, like massive part of my life. I've been going to concerts since I want to say my first one was in the 8th grade. And then I started going to Warped Tour and I started going to underground like rock shows and stuff like that with my friends in high school. And then I got into the EDM scene and I started going to hip hop shows when I was in college. And then festival. It's always been a huge part of my life. So it feels like a natural progression that I ended up, starting to DJ and wanting to make music and things like that. This was a really tough goal to come up with too, especially within that like 2 3/4 year mark that I have before my 30th birthday. And just the fact that I chose to prioritize this in the first place was important to me. Music, again, is just such a big part of my life that I wasn't willing to neglect it. But again, coming up with some kind of a goal that's relevant to that was difficult to think up. I mean, I'm so dedicated to this one that I have built an entire space inside of my house for my DJ decks and my speakers and everything, like a whole setup for me to be able to DJ with and hopefully bring you guys some cool videos and stuff out of that too, where I'm having other guests come in and DJ and things like that. We'll see where that goes. But that's not the point. I was thinking, maybe I should make the goal here to drop my first album, and that didn't really feel right. I still have a long, long, long ways to go in learning how to produce music and all of those things. So I don't want to rush that. I want to take my time there and really learn how to make good music because that's important. Instead, I simplified this goal and I made it, I want to headline my own show. Now, in order for me to be able to headline my own show, again, everything about Persian Money, the content that I'm making, the music, which I'm not making yet, my branding, all of it needs to get better if I have a realistic shot at actually headlining my own show. Now, with these 3 things being my goals, obviously there's going to be a ton of videos coming out about these 3 things. That's kind of the point of this video is you set goals and have a mission to accomplish, and that's where your content comes from. Now, with that said, I'm sure you guys will get the insight on where we are with all of these 3 goals, but I want to break down kind of like the basis of where we are. So with Talk Time, I have 3 clients right now. So we're looking at a 10x improvement on that one if I'm to hit my goal by 30. When it comes to the book, I think we're about 8,500 words in out of 50,000 words that I'd like to write. So we've got quite a ways to go there as well. And when it comes to Persian Money, I have played a total of 1 show, and that was a back-to-back show with the person that taught me how to DJ. So we've got quite the ways to go there. Definitely a lot of work to be done on all 3 of my big goals and missions to hit by the time that I turn 30 years old. But that is the point of these goals. One of my favorite videos of all time is Nipsey Hussle saying, like, life is supposed to stretch you sometimes. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable, right? What is it otherwise? And I'm excited. More than anything, I'm excited to see who I am and what kind of person I become from achieving these goals. That's it for this one, guys. This is really the jumping board, the starting point for all of these 3 goals and documenting the process of reaching these 3 goals. So like the video, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on this journey. I'm excited for all of this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.